Jacob Prince and Perrin Huggins will lead us to the green on this Memorial Day Monday night, ready for 160 laps of racing from iRacing's Charlotte. The ENEA playoffs have started. Green flag is out. Two and almost three wide off the fourth corner. Perrin Huggins into the lead. He leads lap number one in iRacing Charlotte. Jacob Prince on the outside in that number 9. There are the points coming into this race. Those are the regular season markers, with Jacob Prince leading Perrin Huggins in that 4, still on the inside. Prince winning the regular season championship. He has 2,030 points headed into these playoffs. Perrin Huggins 2017. Dakota Long, Sean Anderson tied for 3rd in those playoff standings based on wins in the regular season. Dakota Long with negative 28 points due to penalties. Luckily, the wins keep him well up in those playoff standings headed into this first race. Huggins, Long, 2nd and 3rd. How about Luke Reed running in the 4th position? Cody McFadden sitting in 5th in that 6-4. Sean Anderson in the 1-3 on the inside of Ryan Lindemann, the number 5-7 USO Chevrolet, ahead of Nick Simpson and Justin Shute side by side through turns 1 and 2. Mike Bennett in the 1-9 on the outside of Jake Baker in the 17 car. Matt Croakey follows in that 0-2. And Cody Johnson with Ryan Von Henschel in tow. Huggins goes purple, 30.50. Prince still leads, 30.52 seconds, his best lap. And now McFadden goes purple, 30.49 seconds, 5 laps into this race. Anderson in the 1-3. Behind Pasoko in that 2. McFadden sitting in the 6-4, chasing down Luke Reed. He's got that draft. This is what the world looks like from the back end of car number 3. Oh, you saw Reed got loose off the 4th corner. Here comes Cody McFadden to the inside. Reed went purple last time around, 30.48 seconds. And he looks like this time he goes half a second slower. Dakota Long now behind Perrin Huggins. Jacob Prince continues to lead the way down the back straight. 9-4-8 your top 3. Matt Croakey in the 0-2. Chasing down Jake Baker in that 1-7 car. It's going to be the longest race of the season. 240 miles will be completed after 160 laps at the 1.5 mile Charlotte Motor Speedway. Used to call it Lowe's Motor Speedway for a very long period of time, and lo and behold, it was Jimmy Johnson in the Lowe's car winning the majority of the races. Nicky Simpson in that 4-6. He's holding on to the 8th position brilliantly. And repeat 1975 in the house with 160 bits. My man Pete, good to talk to you again. We actually just spoke here recently. Been way too long since we've shared a booth together. And same goes for Atlanta Racing. Shout out Pete. Shout out the whole Ruzit clan as well. Huggins in the 4 behind, Prince in the 9, and you've got to believe that they're just trying to wait and see what happens. Ryan Von Henschel on the inside of Mike Bennett in the 19. Let's go on board the 19 car. Donald Ray with a couple hundred bits in that chat as well. Shout out Donald Ray, the pride of Rockwall, Texas. Bennett in the 19, now behind Von Henschel. Von Henschel gets around him for the 15th position. Anderson goes green last time around, 30.6. Pisoko also goes green, his personal best, 30.53 seconds. And the number 2, Bennett Motorsports Chevrolet, following that 13 Mobil 1 Ford at the front. 2 Chevrolets now leading as Dakota Long sneaks into the 2nd position. And 1,000 bits by Donald Ray. My man Jacket putting up big time. And he says, let's go in the chat. Shout out to Donald Jacket Ray. Thank you so much, man. I hope the family is doing incredibly well. I hope it's been an awesome Memorial Day weekend for you, too. Tight battle between the top 3. Cody McFadden in 4th, now catching up to these guys. If you've just tuned in, you haven't missed a thing. 13 laps, caution-free. Prince, Long, Huggins, your top 3. Further on back, Matt Croakey in the 0-2, all over the back end of Jake Baker. Playoffs just start tonight. These are what the points look like headed into this race. Well, those are the regular season. Looks like we got to update this with regular season points here. See if we can adjust this with the magic of television. Nope, we've got it completely wrong. All right, we're going to fix those points as we go on here. But Prince still leads Long 15 laps into this one. Croakey still behind Baker. Further on back, Nick Simpson in the 46 trying to hold off Justin Shoup in the 91. This is the battle for 8th. And Justin Shoup normally in the reverse colors of what Jacob Prince is running up front, this time with a Star-Spangled Coors Banquet scheme on his number 91. The pride of Bealton, Virginia, chasing down the 46, Nick Simpson. But he's not by himself. The 5'7" of Ryan Lindemann wants to accompany him in this fight. Lindemann in that 5'7" USO machine, trying to get just a bit closer to the 91 early on. Drivers have got to really take care of their stuff. This is the longest race of the season, and really driving conservatively, making sure you're going to have enough to go that distance is going to be key, as Dakota Long might be pushing the issue on Jacob Prince, trying to make that pass 17 laps into this race. Has to let go, otherwise he would get up into Prince in the 9. And a bit of a blink from Prince in the 9. Huggins in the number 4 opens the door for Cody McFadden. 1.6 seconds the gap between McFadden and the 64. Reed in the 3. Sean Anderson starting to catch him up over the last 5 laps. There you see Reed pulled within a couple of tenths to Anderson, but now Anderson starting to pull away. That last time around, Sean Anderson nearly 4 tenths quicker. Or, I'm sorry, 4 tenths slower than Lucas Reed into turn number 3. So Reed starting to break away just a bit. Brian Tagg just set a personal best, 30.78 seconds for the driver of the number 99 Chevrolet. And the Millbury native chasing down Rudick in that 74. Ryan Von Henschel on an island by himself, 1.5 seconds ahead of Jeff Rudick over the last 5 laps. Rudick, that last time around, 6 tenths slower than Von Henschel. This time around, Jeff Rudick, 5 tenths slower than Ryan Von Henschel. And Brian Tagg has been catching up Rudick in a hurry. This battle here for 17th just got good. and Jeff Rudick easily lets Brian Tagg go into the 16th position. Von Henschel 1.3 seconds ahead as Dakota Long now tries the outside. He opens up the door for Perrin Huggins down the front straight. And the South Carolinian chasing down the Kentucky pilot in that number 8. Big blink from the 9. Dakota Long tries to find his way up the inside, really making use of those tires. Prince will shut the door. He does. And Perrin Huggins now trying to chase down that number 8. Huggins all over the back end of that car. Huggins still in third. Cody McFadden trying to fill in the space between him. Dakota Long trying to catch up. Looks like he's just exercised that line a bit too wide. Huggins now on the attack. He puts the Mobil 1 Ford to the inside of that Alsco Camaro, right down to that blue line, and Huggins tries to catch up Jake Prince, but he will get around Dakota Long. No rebuttal from the driver of the 8 car. And 24 laps are now underway with Huggins in the second position. Long now trying him on the inside. Huggins will have the momentum out of the corner, and he keeps the spot. Lucas Reed now 2.6 seconds behind this crew, while Sean Anderson follows him. Pisoko trying to catch him up, while Nick Simpson and Ryan Lindemann will now do battle. Croaky behind Baker and Justin Shoup watching all of this unfold. Tagg and Von Henschel now at it. The battle for 15th, and Tagg has finally caught up to the back end of car 2-0. Off the fourth corner, Brian Tagg looking inside. He now looks outside for some sort of relief. And Tagg trying to find any angle around car 2-0. We'll see just how this works out for him. Tagg on the outside. Von Henschel just can't defend any longer. Tagg does it the hard way. Gets around Von Henschel at the front. Jake Prince still ahead. Perrin Huggins trying to find space between him, while Cody McFadden now wants to get all over Dakota Long for the third position. How about Perrin Huggins now going to the inside? Jake Prince leaves the door wide open, and this is the battle for the lead. Huggins to the front. Prince slots into second. Now looking on the left-hand side of Huggins in the 4. Prince wants the lead back and will take it without much of a protest. Huggins tries to get on the quarter panel, and it looks like he's got the momentum out of the corner. 2 by 2, 2 rows deep for the lead at Charlotte. Prince in the 9, Huggins in the 4, and it looks like Jake just has to stall the momentum through the corner. Huggins tries the high side. He's making it work for him so far. While Long and McFadden now battle for the 3rd position. Long topside, McFadden beneath him. Sean Anderson and Ryan Pasoko now fighting it out. Pasoko in the 2. Trying to cut off Anderson's release off of the 4th corner. Anderson just tries to stay off the wall. Pasoko has the advantage down the front straight. Ryan Pasoko now has the advantage for the 6th position, and Sean Anderson has to let off the throttle. Further on back, Lindemann now trying Simpson for 8th. Von Henschel not done with Brian Tagg, the 99. Tries to break away from that 2-0. 3/10 between them as Jake Baker and Matt Croakey get a bit closer. At the front, drag race for the lead through the corner. Perrin Huggins and Jake Prince battling for it. Down the back straight, Huggins clears Prince, who gets a great run off the corner. Mike Bennett just ahead of them in the 18th position, trying to stay on the lead lap. Huggins on the outside, Prince on the left-hand side, and Dakota Long following them in the 8. McFadden now can't keep up with Long, but look, Huggins keeps up with Prince on the top side. And that number 9 doing the best he can. Bounces off that blue line. Perrin Huggins stays ahead of Prince for now, and they continue to drag race. All the while, Dakota Long starts to catch them up. McFadden in the 6-4. Anderson in the 13, now all over the back end of Pasoko. Couple of laps around the quarter panel of Ryan Pasoko. 36 laps into this race. Dakota Long has taken the lead on Perrin Huggins. Cody McFadden in 3rd. Jacob Prince is in the pits. 37 laps into this race. 140 some to go. What happened to Prince? Did he decide it's just the right time to come into the pits? Let's see what happened to Michael Bennett. This is about 20 laps ago. Car number 19. Did he just get dumped by the 20 of Von Henschel? Right into the wall. 1 car incident. We stay green. Have another look. Von Henschel in the 2-0 just seems to take Bennett out down the back straight. Have another look with Ryan Von Henschel. You can see the steering wheel just go towards Von Henschel. Check this out again. It's definitely Ryan Von Henschel making contact with the back end of Michael Bennett, the 19. heads the wall. Jacob Prince down into the 16th position. And what happened here with Prince entering pit lane? Just deciding to come down early, possibly starting a whole string of green flag pit stops, as Seth Whitworth has decided now is his turn to come in. Perrin Huggins in the 4 stays out. Is that Mike Bennett? That is Bennett, struggling to come into the pits at an alarming rate of speed. He's finally going to get it woed up. Perrin Huggins stays the lead. Dakota Long is behind him, and Cody McFadden in that 3rd position. 8.5 seconds off of these drivers. You'll find Ryan Pizzoco in that 4th spot. Sean Anderson rounds out the top 5, and Ryan Von Henschel, who we saw earlier, making quite unsavory, let's say, unsavory contact with a 19 of Mike Bennett. He currently rounds out the top 9 positions. Green flag pit stops are underway with Perrin Huggins and Dakota Long coming down into the pits, and Cody McFadden is now your new leader in car 64. Nick Simpson in the 46, now trying to catch up to Sean Anderson in the 13. This is the battle for 3rd. All of the top 10 have now come down pit lane. Sean Anderson is there. I'm sorry, Cody McFadden is there. Sean Anderson stays out. He reassumes the lead. Cody Johnson moves into that 2nd position, and this will put Brian Tagg into the 3rd spot. McFadden, Pizzoco, Nitro, Nick Simpson now coming down into the pits. Jeff Rudick will now take over the 6th spot, as he has yet to come down into the pits. And now that leaves just the top 7 that has not come down. For tires and fuel, Cody Johnson reassumes the lead and will stay out, possibly gambling on a caution coming out. The track facts getting it really wrong here, assuming these drivers would go 55 to 65 laps on 1 tank of fuel. Dakota Long looks like he gets into the wall by his lonesome. He's going to open up the door for Jake Prince. The 8 car can't seal off the attack. Long on the outside, Prince to the inside. Looks like Prince taking all the space he can to the inside of car number 8. 5 wins this season already, as Jake Prince puts 2 tires on the blue line, and it almost costs him. You see, he has to wiggle, let off the throttle. And the only car that is yet to pit, race leader Cody Johnson. Johnson in the 08 still out front, while these 2 drag race for the 2nd position. Cody McFadden 1.5 seconds behind these 2 drivers here, still racing hard off of that 2nd corner. No contact yet. The 9 will not let go of that inside line. The 8 of Dakota Long still lays claim to the spot, and now they go 2 wide off the 4th corner. Just so close. 45 laps now underway as Dakota Long stretches all the way to the wall down the front straight. Jake Prince making good use of the inside. There they go again, just battling ever so close off the corner. You think they're going to make contact one of these times, but they stay contact-free. And now Long takes 2nd place for himself. Cody Johnson still out on the racetrack. Started in the 18th position. Is he out of fuel? Doesn't matter if he is or not. He's finally coming down into the pit, so Cody Johnson will give up the lead. He can stay out no longer. Dakota Long in front, Jake Prince in 2nd, and there's Cody McFadden in 3rd. Prince now shoots to the inside. He wants the lead from car number 8, running in the middle, now taking away the inside line. Prince back to that blue line, and Long will use the advantage to cut off Jake Prince down the front straight. Prince in second. Long has the undisputed lead, and McFadden watches all of this unfold. Seth Whitworth tries to get to the inside of car number 9. Just can't make it. Croaky in the 0-2. Back out onto the racetrack. Sean Anderson behind him. And the 0-8 of Cody Johnson back out on the racetrack, but will he re-enter in the top 10? He will not. Von Henschel comes back around and takes 10th away. There's Jake Baker. Brian Tagg now in 13th. I don't think he'll quite get around Cody Johnson, who will move back up to racing speed. So he's in first and out 12th, but still up 6 places from where he started. Cody Johnson making an excellent move into the pits. Perrin Huggins in the 17th position. Did he get a speeding penalty? Did he have to come back down into the pits? Huggins not looking good. And his pit time, 49.58 seconds. Had to be a speeding penalty for Huggins. He's now in 17th, 1 lap off the pace as Jake Prince is back up front. Let's see how he got around Dakota Long for the lead. Up the inside line. Looks like Long just lets off the throttle, lets Prince go. And they exchange spots again as Dakota Long gets out front. Cody McFadden wants to play too. Let's go on board with car 64. Still side by side, fighting for that top spot. What is it going to do to their tires, though? Matt Croaky and Sean Anderson still single file. Further on back, Ryan Lindemann now chasing down Ryan Von Henschel for the 8th position. Still wondering what possibly could have happened between Von Henschel. Watch this on lap 38. Or no, this is lap 11. I apologize. This is Mike Bennett going for a spill. Have a look. Von Henschel just tagging the back end of the 19 car. He'll make contact with the turn 3 wall, and Nick Simpson will just avoid the 19. Dakota Long in the lead, trying to snake away from Jake Prince into the 3rd corner, but that opens the door for Cody McFadden on the 9 of Prince. Prince would be wise to just lay off Long, let McFadden have a crack, save his stuff, as Dakota Long was able to pit 4 laps after Jake Prince. So we'll have to see how that affects this next pit stop cycle. Quick math will tell you Jake Prince should be pitting in about 6 to 7 laps. Dakota Long could go out another 8 laps from that. Luke Reed, 10 seconds behind the top 3. And it's impressive what Reed's doing. He's in 4th here by 3 seconds on his lonesome. Sean Anderson chasing down Croaky. Jake Baker now wants a piece of the 13 car as well. Here comes Von Henschel all over the back end of Lindemann. This is the fight for 8th. On the outside, Von Henschel trying to stay ahead of that 5-7, but the 5-7 of Lindemann has other plans for himself and car number 20. Croce and Anderson still at it. Anderson now opens up the inside. Jake Baker wants a piece of Croce as well. Here comes Baker. Will he take advantage on the inside of Croce? The door is still there, and Croce will give him that move. So Sean Anderson goes up into 5th. Jake Baker goes up into the 6th position. And that looks like Michael Bennett, who's re-entering the racing surface. No, it's not Bennett. Is that Pasoko? It is Ryan Pasoko, 12 laps off the pace. Not sure what happened to car number 2, but it's good to see he's back in the fighting spirit. Perrin Huggins also 1 lap down. He finds himself in 15th. He's the second car 1 lap off the pace. Seth Whitworth is the first car 1 lap down, and the lucky dog, Nick Simpson. On the outside of Cody Johnson, he's going to move into the 10th position. Johnson won't give up, however. Cody Johnson still running that inside line, and he easily takes the spot away. Dakota Long and Jake Prince still drag racing. Number 9 to the inside of number 8. Long tries to get the run down the back straight. He's going to try and snake himself to the inside of car number 9. He has the advantage, tries to side draft on the inside of turn number 3. Jake Prince, will he cut off Cody McFadden? He will. Has a good run off the 4th corner. Won't be enough to get Long to the line. 59 laps now complete and 101 to go at iRacing's Charlotte. Prince still up front, and there is Cody McFadden now into the 2nd position as Dakota Long has moved into 3rd. And McFadden now in 2nd, I think for the first or only 2nd time tonight, tasked with chasing down Jake Prince. Baker in the 4th position, just got around Lucas Reed. 64 laps into this race. Baker now moves into 4th. There's Dakota Long sitting in 3rd. Cody McFadden half a second ahead. Brian Tagg fighting to stay on that lead lap. He's the last car on the lead lap. He and Justin Shoup both fighting for it. Shoup in the 91 has the leader Prince to the inside. Now Shoup the first car 1 lap down, but he won't be there for long. Prince on the outside of car 46. Nick Simpson now goes 1 lap down. Where is Jacob Prince? There he is. And I'm sorry, not Nick Simpson. Brian Tagg now goes 1 lap down. Cody McFadden drafting off of the 9 car as the 8 of Long struggles to keep it under control. Trying to stay off of lapped cars there. Justin Shoup makes way. Dakota Long stays ahead of Seth Whitworth. And McFadden now working on Prince. 66 laps now underway. We're inside the final 100 at iRacing's Charlotte, the first race of these ENEA playoffs. There is the current points leader, Jacob Prince. And we have those updated points for you as the caution comes out for the first time tonight at iRacing's Charlotte. Let's see who got involved here. Ryan Pasocco now going backwards on the racetrack. Something's gone on with car number 2, and the caution comes out. Jeff Rudick in the 74. And it looks like Rudick and Pasocco now sharing unpleasantries. So let's go back and see what happened here. Jeff Rudick went off the racetrack earlier. Sean Anderson in the 13. Now getting into Rudick. And this is well before this. How about Mike Bennett? Mike Bennett getting run into by Ryan Pasocco. Did that have anything to do with Jeff Rudick? Keep your eyes on these drivers here. Rudick chasing down the 2. Here's Pasocco. Staying off the track. It looks like Rudick is trying to come down into him. And there's Jeff Rudick getting into the 19 of Mike Bennett. Bennett getting into the wall. Looks like this starts with Rudick possibly unable to control his temper. I'm not sure. Check this out. On board now. Further up the track, Jeff Rudick catching up to Mike Bennett. You can see Rudick sends it in incredibly deep, tries to take out Bennett, moves him out of the way. So that's Jeff Rudick taking Mike Bennett out. Pasocco now gets into Bennett. Here comes Pasocco, sending it way too deep on Bennett, on Rudick. Pasocco sends it in way too deep on Rudick. Not sure what Pasocco's trying to attempt. There goes Rudick trying to come down into car number 2. So here's Pasocco, now to the inside of Rudick. Here's Rudick now putting Sean Anderson, who may have nothing to do with this, right into the grass. And the 19 and the 2 are still at it up here. There's Bennett, Pasocco, Rudick in the 74. And watch this. Rudick on the outside. The 0-2 of Matt Croakey may have something to do with this here as well. And these two still aren't done. We're waiting for just further contact between them. There's Pasocco getting chased by Rudick. There's Rudick going off the track. There's where Rudick just goes right into Pasocco, and then the caution comes out. I'm not sure where that started or ended, to be honest. This is the lap prior. Rudick has finally caught up to Bennett, and there you can see there's one hit. Rudick is going to be all over the back end of Pasocco here. And check this out. Let the pictures tell it. And that's what that happened. So a bunch of pushing and shoving over about 3 laps there. First caution comes out, and we're going to restart with 89 laps to go, or 90 laps to go here if my math is right. Jake Prince and Jake Baker will have control of the field when we go green. We're not going anywhere, and neither should you. We'll have the green flag here in just half a pace lap. The pace truck peels off. Jake Baker and Jake Prince will have control of the front row. 90 laps to go in the playoff opener. Green flag is out. Jeff Rudick now coming out of the pits, as is Ryan Pasoko. Dakota Long to the lead. Prince on the outside. Cody McFadden 3 wide out of the 4th corner. Sean Anderson, Jake Baker get involved. The 13 took a heavy hit on car 17. Caution is out for the 2nd time, and wow, there's that happening there. Caution is out for the 2nd time in about, I was going to say 4 laps, but really less than that. And that was a whole debacle just from the green flag here. Let's see what happened with Jake Baker and Sean Anderson. 3 wide off the 4th corner. I'm not sure what Anderson was thinking there. There they go, 3 wide, and, well, let's see what happened again. Let's see if we can go on board with Sean Anderson. And that's well before. Here's Anderson coming back onto the racetrack. And by that time, Perrin Huggins, and it looks like one other car, have already crashed. There's the 99 of Brian Tagg. The 91 of Justin Shoup. Seth Whitworth just getting into the 99. What was that all about? So Jake Prince is the race leader with Dakota Long sitting in that 2nd position. Lights are still on atop the pace truck, so we're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more racing from iRacing's Charlotte. Jake Prince and Dakota Long will have control of the field. You may have seen those childlike shenanigans under the yellow flag. We'll see if we can get you more information on that. But for now, restart, completing lap number 76. Prince and Long drag race for the lead again. And there's an immediate crash between the leaders. Dakota Long, Jake Prince getting involved. Nick Simpson got a piece of this one. And there's Jeff Rudick slamming right into Dakota Long. And Jake Prince will move through mostly unharmed. They don't even make it into turn number 2 this time. 3 consecutive yellows. Well, 2 consecutive yellows on restarts. And this is the 3rd caution in very, very frequent laps. Let's have a look here. Between Prince and Long, let's see what happened. Oh, possibly some net code. Have another look right from the green flag there. The 9 spins the tires. Definitely spins those tires. Watch this. Almost. Contact on board Dakota Long. There's Jeff Rudick, who just seemed to can't get out of the way of the 8 car. Ryan Von Henschel now takes over as race leader. Matt Croakey's in that 2nd spot, and Brian Tagg now sitting in 3rd. Let's see if we can get just a better angle on this. Looks like the 9 car moves up into the 8 this time. And that turns him around. So Ryan Von Henschel will decide to come into the pits. Ryan Lindemann in the 5-7 will now take over the race lead. First time today for the driver of the 5-7 car. See if we can bother Lindo real quick for a fast word here. Ryan Lindemann, Rick James up top. You got me?
Oh, I got you.
3 straight cautions, one right after the other, with not a single completed green flag lap in between. And now you are the race leader with what will be 80 laps to go this time by. How's that 5-7 USO Chevrolet? Do you actually have a chance to keep this lead?
It's running good. Got new tires on it, so see what happens. It's all, they say cautions breed caution, so we'll see what happens. Still, we'll be halfway now. But, yeah, well, I think Jacob got into that, so we'll see what happens, him and Dakota. So,
Looks like the 8 car... Looks like the 9 car, I'm sorry, the 9 car of Prince slid up into the 8 car, and some moonlight between them, but either way, contact from the 9 to the 8, and that brings out this most recent caution. You're going to have Jake Baker on your outside, Ryan Von Henschel restarting right behind you as well. Who do you think is going to be your toughest challenge as far as holding on to first place?
Definitely the 20. I think he'll sit in there pretty good, and I think he wants to lead, so definitely the 20 I have to keep an eye on. 17 I'm not too concerned with.
We'll see what happens here in these next 80 laps, man. Best of luck and keep the shiny
Yes,
side
sir.
up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So Lindemann has the top spot now. Jake Baker will move to his outside while the other drivers will get their laps back. And we're going to stack them and try this once again. 5-7 leading the 17. We're going to take a 30-second break and we'll be back for the green flag. Coming to this green flag here, Andrew Sauer in the chat says he's representing the Nick Simpson fan club. Green is out. Great start from Lindemann. Baker doesn't get so good of a start, and Ryan Von Henschel in the 2-0. Now to the inside. He has sole possession of second position. Cody McFadden in the 6-4 now wants a piece. Baker saves it back onto the racetrack, and for the third consecutive caution, they will not make it one full lap without crashing. And just like last week at Daytona, drivers find it impossible to go more than a couple of laps here without controversy. So Lindemann will hold on to the lead. Let's see what happened here to Jake Baker. He's already loose at this point. He saves it, but he drives right, literally right onto the track, right in front of Justin Shoup. And let's go from the green flag here and see what happened. Baker in the 17 has a bumper full of croaky. Will Croaky make contact with the 17? Will McFadden makes heavy contact with the 17. 17 finally gets it going and turns right into Justin Shoup. Brian Tagg, an innocent bystander in all of this. And let's watch again from Baker. Watch the hands. Nothing he could do at that point. And here's Baker again. On board with Justin Shoup. Nothing he could do. Hits that extremely hard barrier there. Sean Anderson in the same boat. So Ryan Von Henschel now has the lead under caution. We're going to try and get everybody sorted. Caution number 4 out at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I think this is the 4th caution within, I think, 5 green flag laps, but I could be wrong. Von Henschel in front, Croaky in second, Cody McFadden currently in that 3rd spot. So Ryan Von Henschel and Matt Croaky will now have the 4th restart of the night. We'll see how far they make it this time. Von Henschel and Croaky on the front. McFadden and Simpson, Nitro Nick Simpson to be exact, up into the 2nd row. Green flag is out at Charlotte. McFadden to the front, Ryan Von Henschel in second, Matt Croaky currently running in that 3rd position. And down the front straight, McFadden goes. He leads the first lap after restart. Ryan Von Henschel in that 2nd position. Croaky and Johnson side by side. Welcome Jake Prince back up to the top 5. Here comes Dakota Long behind the 46 of Simpson. McFadden, Von Henschel running 1-2. Cody Johnson now has that 3rd spot, but will he hold on? Croaky on the outside. Caution is out for the 5th time. This time they actually completed a lap. Looks like Pasoko at the back, Jeff Rudick at the back. Jake Baker might have been involved in that one. Justin Shoup with some damage. Let's see what happened this time. Looks like Jake Baker and Ryan Pasoko might have come together and are still together. This is just before the caution. See if we can go just a bit further on. Pasoko in the 2, Baker in the 17. And Ryan Pisoko into the 17. Wow. Pisoko really been on one tonight. Really, really been on one tonight. Right on board with the 2. Really, what more can you say at that point? Have another look. So Sean Anderson is in the pits. Cody McFadden still has the race lead with Ryan Von Henschel in the 2nd position. Cody Johnson sitting in 3rd. "50 laps to go for iRacing Charlotte." It's been pretty eventful over the last 10 of these 50 laps. And we'll have to see just how this is going to play out. Pisoko in the 18th position, still running. Jake Baker now in the pits, presumably getting all that fixed. Ryan Von Henschel in 2nd, Cody Johnson in 3rd. Jake Prince in that 4th position with Perrin Huggins behind him. Huggins working his way back up through the field, and with the help of a couple of lucky dogs, Perrin has made it back into the top 5. Good for him. Fans of the Nitro Nick Simpson fan club will be delighted, as Nick riding in the 6th position so far. A lot of these cautions have also helped Simpson get up through the field. We'll have to see where Nick ends up at the end of this one, too. A lot of drivers being helped by these cautions. We were inside, and I said 50. We were inside the final 70 laps. My mistake. And a lot of yellows so far, too. So Cody McFadden does have control of the field. We're going to let these drivers get sorted. We're going to take a 2-minute break and be back for more racing from Charlotte. Back to the race. Cody McFadden and Ryan Von Henschel with control of the field. There's the green flag. We're racing again. 92 laps underway. Drivers trying to avoid contact off of that second wall. Luke Reed, one of those drivers, having trouble keeping his race car from making contact. Dakota Long able to keep his race car in the right direction. Perrin Huggins now behind Jacob Prince. They make it green for 1 lap. Can they go for 2? Von Henschel in the 20, Johnson in the 08. Prince on the outside, now making his way into that 3rd position, and Perrin Huggins following closely. Prince has gone purple, 30.38 seconds. Jacob Prince making contact with Cody Von Henschel in the 2-0. Drag racing down the front. Here comes Perrin Huggins. Will he get aggressive with these drivers? Long to follow. Prince has had trouble keeping his car from making waves and kind of just getting loose on that blue line. He now brings it right up to the wall. Cody Von Henschel all over the back end of car number 9, who will send it in deep, and he will turn the 9 around. Von Henschel gets right into the 9. Caution comes out for the 6th time. And Jake Baker in the chat vocalizing what a lot of people are thinking. And Ryan Von Henschel just turns his car right into points leader Jake Prince. Take a look. And you can see this came from a lap earlier as well. Von Henschel not too pleased with Jake Prince. Have a look at this. And this is from the green flag here. This is Jake Prince getting around Cody Johnson. He's coming up to Ryan Von Henschel now. And watch the move. I think this is where you're going to see Ryan Von Henschel take quite a disliking to Jake Prince. And this is the lap prior, isn't it? Have another look. This is Jake Prince on the inside of Ryan Von Henschel in the 2-0. Prince comes up on Von Henschel. They make a little bit of contact, but they both keep going. Have another look, just to see it from the blimp. And now you're going to see Von Henschel in the 20 take his revenge out on Prince when they're both still going in the same direction. That right there. Not the first time Von Henschel's been involved in some racing. And one more look. Let's see, Prince comes up off the 4th corner. They make contact. Here's Von Henschel's response to that. And you can see Von Henschel just makes a right turn into the 9. Cody Johnson, who was having a fantastic race, involved. Dakota Long involved. Have a look at the 08. He had nothing to do with this incident. Dakota Long gets away from all of that. The 08 had nothing to do. Innocent bystander. Perrin Huggins also involved. I think Matt Croakey got a piece of that one. And that's going to put one Nick Simpson at the front of this race with 61 laps to go. Nitro Nick Simpson at the front. He's drove a relatively clean race, so to speak. You can't really say much about it. He's driven a fantastic race. But we're going to let everybody get sorted out here. We're going to take, we're not going to take another break. We're just going to get everything sorted. These are the points standings coming into this race. There you see drivers in red will not make the next round. Now, luckily, this is only the first race of this round. Still plenty of racing to go. But at this rate, a lot of drivers are going to have trouble in these next races. Nick Simpson will lead lap number 99. This is the 6th caution of the race. Let's see if we can actually have a word here with Nick Simpson. Nick, this is Rick James in the house. You got me? Nick Simpson, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Is this Rick James?
This is Rick James, Nick Simpson. It wouldn't be anybody else, buddy. How are you doing?
Yo, I'm feeling good out in this clean air, Rick. Tell you what.
Well, it's going to be 60 laps to go when you take the green flag. You have not had the fastest car all night, but given some of the ludicrous racing, we'll put it, you have made yourself now the race leader. Andrew Sauer rooting for you, all of the 46 fan club rooting for you. Do you have a top 5, top 10 car?
Well, I sure hope so. I mean, I tried to stay out. We'll see how the fuel runs get, but it's getting pretty rough out here with all these guys. I expect a lot more caution, so I'll have a chance to fuel up and get some tires before the end of the race. Still got one set left.
We'll see what happens at the end of this race, buddy. Keep those belt tights. You got a lot of fans cheering for you. Hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Yep. We'll see you in victory lane, man.
Pretty confident they're coming from Nitro Nick, so we'll see what happens here in the next 60 laps of competition if these guys can manage to stay off of each other. Andrew Sauer really spitting facts in the chat there. So Simpson has control of the field. 60 laps to go in the playoff opener. Cody McFadden to the outside. And the green flag is out. Let's go racing. What is Ryan Pasoko doing in the 2? Amazing restart all the way from the back. He's gotten himself up into 18th. Dakota Long to the inside of Nick Simpson, drag racing for first. McFadden now behind them. Tries to stay off the wall. He can't manage it. Nick Simpson will come off turn number 4. He will lead the first lap after restart. 4.6864, your top 3. 59 laps to go now. Luke Reed now behind Mike Bennett in that 19 car. Sean Anderson in the 13. He's on the outside of Reed. And Andrew Sauer's chat's now finally coming through. And Justin Shoup, who had a great chance in this race. You would think it's been ruined, but Shoup is now in that 7th spot all over the back end of Luke Reed. McFadden goes purple. He relents. He does not get into the rear quarter panel of Nick Simpson. 30.27 seconds. He's got the fastest lap in 103 laps of racing. Simpson in the wall off of turn number 4. McFadden will now move to the inside. Here's the move for the top spot. Cody McFadden on the inside of Nick Simpson. Long running the high side. McFadden does not give up. Simpson in the 46 is there. They'll drag race for first. Long wants to push the issue and make it 3 wide. Nothing will give. Dakota Long still on the inside, really pushing the issue. He makes contact with the 64 of McFadden. McFadden does not have to give up the spot. Long with the aggression. McFadden still there, and Dakota Long will benefit from the mercy of Cody McFadden. Mike Bennett now all over the back end of car number 8. Long still pushing the issue. McFadden will back out just to survive. Nick Simpson still leads. They still drag race into 3. McFadden makes contact. Long in the 8, lets off the throttle. Bennett now on the outside of Dakota Long. He will live to fight another lap, but a bold move by Dakota Long in the number 8 car. McFadden does not give up an inch into turn number 3. Nick Simpson still leads 106 laps into this race, and there goes the 19 of Bennett. Contact, he chases Long. They make contact again. They will surely crash now. Dakota Long with very steady hands saves it, and Michael Bennett in the 19 gets wrecked once again. Looks like he was trying to take out Kentucky's Dakota Long. Caution number 7 now flies. Let's see what happened this time. And that's the very end of it. Justin Shoup, the 91, nowhere near involved in any of this. And have another look. So this is Bennett and Long. This is down the front straight. And this is Long giving some attention to Bennett's back end, but nothing malicious in it there. And now there's Long shooting to the inside. And that's where Justin Shoup got involved. And this is going to be further up. But Bennett certainly none too happy. There's Dakota Long trying to make it 3 wide. Now the 6'4" of McFadden does not relent. This is where Michael Bennett will get involved. He's going to be all over the back end of this 8 car. Watch Bennett. And you can hear it there, Mike Bennett with a junked race car. So caution number 7 flies. Nick Simpson still has control of the lead with Cody McFadden in second. Dakota Long running in the 3rd spot. Looks like we have 10 cars left on the lead lap. Jacob Prince is the 10th of those race cars. He flies into pits, trying not to speed, but at this point, if he's going to be to the end of the line, really doesn't matter. And it looks like he's just trying to get that race car repaired. So Cody McFadden is in the 2nd position. Dakota Long rolling in the 3rd spot right now. Seth Whitworth up 10 places from where he started in the 4th position. It will be 51 laps to go. Luke Reed in 5th. Matt Croakey in 6th. Sean Anderson in 7th. Justin Shoup in the 8th position. It's been quite an eventful race, to say the least. It really has. Let's take a look at some of the incidents tonight. And we're even having trouble with our replay system, too. Let's try this again. This is Michael Bennett possibly with incident. Ryan Pasoko had an incident here on lap 44. And, yeah, we've definitely ruined the replay system here. All right. Okay, so we're going to try and get the replay system worked out. Tell you what, under the next caution, which it looks like there will be, we'll try and get this replay system worked out as best we can. Simpson and McFadden leading again, 50 laps to go when they cross the line. 7th restart of the night. And we'll see what brings out the next caution. So an ominous green flag will fly, just waiting for the next drivers to get caught up in some mess. But there it is. Let's go racing. McFadden all over the back end of Simpson into turn number 1. No contact between them, mercifully. McFadden slides up the racetrack. He lets off knowing he's going to get into Simpson, and they still keep it pushing. Long on the outside now. Andrew Sauer talking about one of the best turnarounds as Nick Simpson with a brutal performance last week at Daytona, bringing shame upon his family, shame upon his cow, and now here's Nick Simpson at the front trying to defend the lead from Dakota Long. He puts 2 tires in the grass through 1 and 2. Long making a great charge for the top spot. He hasn't cleared the 46 yet, and now he moves into the front. Dakota Long, new leader. Simpson now to the inside of car number 8. He sends it in deep. Long gets loose, and Nick Simpson reclaims the lead from the 2-time winner. Simpson leads again. Cody McFadden now on the outside of car 46, just doing it the hard way. Long in third, watching these two fight. McFadden will go the long way around Nick Simpson, and he is now the new leader on lap 114. Andrew saying this is the new and improved 46 out here on the racetrack, and it shows. Simpson still in third with Luke Reed behind him. 45 laps to go from Charlotte. The playoff season opener has been caution-filled, and certainly a lot of drivers with less than acceptable racing practices out here. And you can count, there's 9 cars left in this lead pack. McFadden leading, Dakota Long in second, Nick Simpson running in third, car 64, Cody McFadden just ahead of Long. Still plenty of racing to go. Justin Shoup in that 91 looks like he didn't get to use a fast repair. He was an innocent bystander. in Michael Bennett's caution, where he tried to take out Dakota Long and unsuccessfully did so, thus crashing himself and Justin Shoup with nowhere to go in car 91, now patiently following Brian Tagg in the double nine. The car that's in 12th is 8 laps off the pace. Jeff Rudick by his lonesome is 3 laps off the pace. How about Jake Prince sitting in 10th on the lead lap and possibly just trying to stay out of any other incidents? These cars all just by their lonesome. Luke Reed in 3rd all over the back end of Sean Anderson. Nick Simpson drops down to the 3rd position. I'm sorry, Luke Reed is 5th, 3rd in that pack. Dakota Long now chasing down Cody McFadden. 3 tenths between them with 53 laps to go, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe 43? 43. Reed now on Anderson. Ryan Pasoko, top side. Pasoko's been involved in his fair share of incidents tonight. He will now be in front of Luke Reed. Pasoko is in 18th, 25 laps off the pace. Ryan Von Henschel out of this race. Perrin Huggins also out of this race. There are the points. And you can see Perrin Huggins coming into this race 2nd in the playoff points. Only 13 markers behind Jacob Prince. Huggins has elected to throw in the towel. Cody McFadden leading. Dakota Long in 2nd. Jeff Rudick now rejoins the field out of turn number 2. Where will he fit in? He's ahead of Ryan Pasoko. These two have had their history. Rudick now in a lot of folks' way. Everyone forced to go around the outside of car 74. Pasoko breathes a sigh of relief. He and Rudick choose not to make contact this time around. McFadden leading Long by 0.7 of a second. Nitro Nick Simpson ahead of Sean Anderson by more than 1.5 seconds. 40 laps to go this time by. On board now with Simpson. There is your race leader, and if it stays green to the end, there will be at least one more yellow to speak of. Andrew Sauer says, steady hands on the 46 of Nitro Nick Simpson. You better believe it. Sean Anderson starting to close in on Nick Simpson by 1 second. Seth Whitworth in the 10th position. He now goes 1 lap down. He is the only car 1 lap down. Jeff Rudick is 4 laps off the pace. So if a caution does come out, Whitworth is the lucky dog. Sean Anderson and Matt Croakey now fighting it out for 4th. Both of these drivers catching up to Simpson. Pasoko in that number 2 sits just ahead of both of them, trying to avoid that wall. And we'll see how Pasoko plays out in these closing laps. Anderson now on the outside of Croakey. Luke Reed all over the back end of that 2 car. All of these drivers fighting it out for 4th. Croakey now has the advantage on Anderson. Reed wants to play. .4 seconds, the gap between Cody McFadden and Dakota Long. When will the tires come into play? Nick Simpson now giving up 3rd. Ryan Pasoko getting right up on Nick Simpson coming out of the 4th corner. They don't make contact. They still survive down the front straight. Simpson in 5th. Luke Reed gets around him for 4th. And now Simpson doing it the hard way around car number 3. Trying to make it work for him. Croaky comfortably in 3rd, up 10 places from where he started. Simpson just trying to hold on to his top 5 spot. Looks like he makes contact with the wall. Sean Anderson in the 13 will now get to the inside of car 46. Here comes Brian Tagg sitting in 12th. Will he get around his teammate in that 46 machine? '13 of Anderson, still on the inside of Simpson in that 46. That's what they look like, just a little bit of contact. Nick Simpson keeps it steady, goes right up to the wall, opens the door for Sean Anderson, and Anderson now moves into that 5th spot, quickly approaching 30 laps to go. There is McFadden in that 6-4, leading Dakota Long by 1.5 seconds. 32 to go this time by Luke Reed, chasing down Matt Croaky. There's the gap over the last 5 laps. Reed quicker than Croaky last time around. We'll see what the time says this turnaround. That last time by, Lucas Reed only 7/1000ths of a second slower. 7 cautions so far, all of them happening inside 20 green flag laps of action. Cody McFadden continues to lead, but the gap now starts to shrink. Jeff Rudick in the 74 making way for the race leader. 31 laps to go from Charlotte. Jake Prince going a lap down. Another lap down, it should be said. Seth Whitworth, the first car, 1 lap down. He's in the 8th position. And that is the points leader coming into this race, Jake Prince. He's going to have a lot to make up for. Prince caught up in a couple of silly accidents. There's Prince almost getting into Dakota Long off of turn number 4. Clearly an ill-handling race car for car number 9. Prince struggling to keep that car together. And the Coors Chevrolet looks like he may be past it tonight. A very ill-handling race car for Jake Prince. Here comes Jeff Rudick. Matt Croaky also there. How is this going to play out? Look at the hands on Prince. Really struggling to keep it together now. Jeff Rudick now to the outside, looking for clean air around Jake Prince. The lead shrinking between McFadden and Long off of turn number 4. Jake Prince turning right ahead of the 74 and the 99. Rudick keeping his space behind the 9. Let's go on board with Rudick. .25 to go next time by, and the lead starts to shrink. Cody McFadden now only ahead of Dakota Long by 1 second. The Kentucky pilot intends on starting these playoffs with a win, but he'll have to drive carefully to get around the 6-4 of McFadden. Prince trying to stay out of Baker's way. Rudick still following that number 9 car, who is bouncing off that blue line, separating the racing surface from the apron. 25 laps to go. Jake Prince is now in the wall, and the points leader opens his playoffs with a tragic ending to race number 1. Prince just trying to nurse that car all the way home. Justin Shoup making way. Sean Anderson now moves into the top 6. 5 cars left on the lead lap. Ryan Lindemann, the last of those 5. There's race leader Cody McFadden, and Dakota Long starts to reel him in. Less than half a second between them now. Dakota Long in the 8 car within 4 tenths. Luke Reed and Matt Croakey now separated by a couple of tenths of a second. 22 laps to go next time by. There's the battle for third. McFadden sees Long creeping in. There's the 08 of Cody Johnson, who will stay out of the way. Like a gentleman, hats off to that red 08 machine. 6-4. Just leading car number 8, but will they have enough fuel to make it to the end? Both McFadden and Long pitted on lap 97. They cannot go this distance. Sauer says, keep running clean laps. Long all over the back end of car 64. Will he put the bumper to him? He gets really, really close down the back straight. And now the chase begins. 64. Holding down the line. Cody McFadden trying to hold off Dakota Long, who will come into the pits. There's the move. Cody McFadden will stay out. Dakota Long will come in. Matt Croakey on the outside of Luke Reed. Both of these drivers will fill in the podium. Dakota Long now at a slow snail's pace, trying to make no mistakes. Cody McFadden untouched by 6 seconds. Matt Croakey on the outside of Luke Reed. There's Sean Anderson in the 5th position, 1 lap off the pace. Only 4 cars left on the lead lap. Due to pit cycles, yellow flags, Luke Reed now coming down into the pits. Matt Croakey stays out. Cody McFadden chooses to stay out. 20 laps to go for car 64. Long now back onto the racing surface. This is the moment. If McFadden were to come in, he needs to do it now. But Long has an unbelievable talent for attacking pit road, and he could very well take the lead just on that skill alone. McFadden still stays out. 1-9 at the line. Long in 4th. 1 lap off the pace. If a caution comes out now, Cody McFadden could very well be saved. He would have tires that are just a few laps more fresh than Dakota Long, and that could make the difference. Matt Croakey decides he's going to come down into the pits. Dakota Long down the back straight. Cody McFadden now in turn number 4. This is the move. He comes down into the pits at 45 miles an hour, and if he does not attack the pits as well as Long, that could very well be the race. McFadden, 49 painful miles an hour, while Long picks up the pace at 160 plus. Caution is out. Caution is out. Dakota Long is the race leader. Cody McFadden coming out of the pits, still with that lead. There's Dakota Long. The caution is out, and Cody McFadden will retain the lead, saved by the yellow bell on lap 142 of 160. What a time for that to happen. Matt Croakey now crashing on the way out of the pits. It seems like that he put his foot down too hard. What happened to the 02? So Croaky's spin brings out the 8th caution of the race in 142 laps. Cody McFadden retains the race lead. Dakota Long cannot move quick enough to overtake McFadden due to a caution. 17 laps now remain, and we're going to restart inside the final 15. We're going to take a 2-minute break while they get sorted out and we get ready for this shootout to decide the playoff winner at Charlotte.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Another waved off restart here. So what was going to be 15 laps to go will now be 10 laps to go. When we get the green flag, Cody McFadden still out front. Jeff Rudick in the 7-4, running in the 11th position, 4 laps off the pace. Looks like he will now be allowed to go around once more. Nick Simpson in the 46, also getting a lap back. Simpson currently running in the 4th position, so it looks like he's going to be allowed to come back around. Driver's still in single file formation. Rudick hasn't left the front of the field, so we're still going to be under yellow. Not sure where the confusion is, but Jeff Rudick still at the front of this line. He is being scored in 11th. Cody McFadden at the front. Sean Anderson in that 3rd position in car number 13. Nick Simpson in the 4th spot. Luke Reed running in 5th in that number 3 Lucas Oil machine. Looks a lot like the old CarQuest machine that Kyle Busch and Mark Martin used to drive. Matt Croakey behind him, but Croakey finds himself in the 8th position. You got a big blinks off of Luke Reed in the 3 there. Jeff Rudick finally getting his lap back. Well, coming back around, I should say. Cody McFadden in that 6-4. Looks like he's going to lead. There's Matt Croakey. Wonder what he's up to. Getting another lap of his back. And the 17 of Jake Baker looks like he's going to come down possibly for more repairs. Not sure. And we wait for the lights to shut off atop the pace truck. And they do. Will we get into formation this time around? Still no formation, so we're probably going to have one more lap of caution. Not sure what that one's all about, but we are going to figure this one out here. We'll see if we get a single file restart or if we get another lap under yellow, but McFadden still leads. Dakota Long is in that 2nd spot. Again, here are the points coming into this race. Jake Prince, who came in with the lead, currently running in the 9th position. I think 1 or 2 laps off the pace. Perrin Huggins, out. Dakota Long currently running 2nd. He's tied with Sean Anderson, who's running in 3rd. Mackenzie Roon, not in tonight's race. Cody McFadden currently leading. Mike Bennett, out. Brian Tagg, I believe he's still running. He's in 12th. Ryan Terrien, registered, did not finish tonight's race. Ryan Pasoko in 16th. And then everybody in red, not in the next round of the playoffs. But, of course, all of that is going to change. And it looks like we are going to restart as the pace truck comes off. McFadden stacks everybody up. It's 9 at the line. Green flag is out. Half a second the gap between them. McFadden with tires that are 3 laps more fresh than long, but of course those tires just cooled down running under caution. 8 laps to chase. Dakota Long looking to open up these playoffs with a win. McFadden shuts the door into 1. There goes Long. He puts the bumper to McFadden, turns him around, and just destroys Cody McFadden out of turn number 2. We stay green. And now the caution comes out. Sean Anderson also involved in that one. Jake Prince having to avoid all of this. And Cody McFadden getting punted by Dakota Long on lap 152. Have a look. So Dakota Long takes matters into his own hands and has destroyed Cody McFadden. And McFadden now sits in pit road 10th with nothing left in this race. So we're going to restart inside 5 laps to go. And one more look here. Long, just a very aggressive punt. And sends McFadden for a ride. Sean Anderson. Looks like he got an extracurricular piece of this too. Looks like Anderson tries to punt Long and he wrecks himself. So now Dakota Long will lead after physically wrecking Cody McFadden. And it looks like Cody McFadden is still in the pits trying to get his car repaired. He may be out. 5 laps to go. We're going to restart with actually 3 to go, it looks like. So we'll take another 60 seconds here if we can, and we'll try and sort this out. It has been quite the eventful race tonight. We'll see you folks in 1 minute. To be honest, it's been a very long night of drivers trying to wreck each other, and that shows you just how little race cars are left in this contest. Only 8 of them on the lead lap, and Jake Prince is one of them. Dakota Long on the inside, Nitro Nick Simpson on the outside. Long retains the lead after forcefully moving Cody McFadden from the top spot, the second time he's done so this season inside the final 6 laps of racing. Long has control. Simpson on the outside. 3 laps to go when the green flag flies. Let's go racing. And there's another crash. Matt Croakey, Justin Shoup, they go around. We will have a green-white checker. Brian Tagg, Ryan Lindemann, Sean Anderson now involved here. That's the 5-7 of Ryan Lindemann turning hard left into Matt Croakey. Watch the hands. Looks like he just might have lost it under cold tires. He just got loose. Have another look. Justin Shoup, again an innocent bystander. Brian Tagg, nowhere for him to go. Sean Anderson involved yet again. You can see the hands just turned to the right. He was trying to save it. Nowhere he could go. On board with Croaky. Sean Anderson. And Justin Shoup. Despite being involved in 3 crashes tonight, there have been so many incidents out on the racetrack. Justin Shoup is still in 4th. Dakota Long and Nick Simpson look like the only 2 cars, and Lucas Reed, look like the only 2 cars that have not actually been involved in a crash tonight. And that's not true, because Dakota Long has been involved in an incident, as has Nick Simpson. And this is now the 10th caution in 159 laps of racing, so we will have a green-white checkered finish here. So we'll see if the lights on the pace car go out this time. It will be a 3-mile shootout to finish this race. Started approximately 2 hours, 4 minutes ago. Dakota Long in the lead, Nick Simpson in the 2nd position. The lights are still on atop the pace truck, so it looks like we're going to go around at least twice more to get this one started. 3 miles to the end. Seth Whitworth is 2 laps off the pace, and he just might have a chance to get back up to the lead lap. He's currently at the tail end of this line. Jeff Rudick 4 laps off the pace. Jake Prince racing into the pits, possibly trying to get this race car repaired and maybe get at least a couple of more spots, maybe doing some damage control here. Long ahead of Simpson in that 46 car. Nitro Nick Simpson. Will he go for the win? Will he just preserve what he's got? Simpson not in these playoff standings, so he's got nothing to lose in that 46 car. So let's try this one again. 3 miles to the end. Nick Simpson on the outside, Dakota Long to the inside. The 8 gets a great restart. 2 laps to go. Luke Reed to the inside of Nick Simpson for that second position. Reed gives room to the 46, Justin Shoup in the 4th position. Simpson in that 46. Reed behind him. Is there a chance for Nick Simpson to make a move on the 8 of Dakota Long? Long starts pulling away from the 46 car. Reed to the inside. He's making a move on the 46. White flag is out. It's a race no matter what. Simpson holding on to the silver medal spot. Long in a world of his own, and it's between Simpson and Reed for the silver medal position. Out of turn number 4, Andrew Sauer cheering on the 46, urging him to that finish. Dakota Long, half a mile to the end. Luke Reed gets right to the inside of Nick Simpson. Simpson opens the door. He gets right up to Reed. Contact. Out of 4, Shoup now there. Dakota Long will make it to the end and win. He gets that playoff win. Justin Shoup is in second. Sean Anderson by 11 100ths of a second. Nick Simpson finishes 5th. Luke Reed finishes 7th. Dakota Long with the victory will crash his car at the very end of the race. And it will be a melee at the end. We're going to podium at the end of this one. We're going to talk to who we can here at the end. Dakota Long with the win at Charlotte. On the podium now with our 3rd place finisher, Sean Anderson in the 13. Sean, it really was a melee out there, but you survived all of that to end up with a bronze medal on the podium, even with that last lap carnage. It's been an evening, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. I have no idea how I made it up to 3rd. I had like 10 minutes of optional repair left at the end. Just pure luck, I guess. They wrecked coming out of 4 and somehow ended up in 3rd. It's a good finish, but it's just a crazy night for sure.
Crazy night, and now next week we take our talents to the Bristol Motor Speedway. It's going to be even crazier there. Do you have another podium in you?
I hope so. I guess we'll see how the race goes. Hopefully we can finish the race and finish with a decent spot.
Congratulations on 3rd so far. You have 3rd in these playoff standings headed into next week's race at Bristol.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now on to tonight's silver medalist, the pride of Bealton, Virginia, one Justin Shoup, who at one point, Justin, we thought your night was over, but here you are with a 2nd place finish, 5th in the points, headed to next week's race at Bristol.
Yeah, buddy, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. There was multiple times during that race where I thought my night was over. I mean, I had 5 minutes of optionals. I don't think I went a lap down, but I ended up fighting all that back. And as soon as I got it fixed, something happened again. I was 5 minutes again. Just a crazy night. I mean, absolutely one of the scariest times for me to be like racing around certain people, just trying to keep my car in a piece, knowing that, it's 160 laps. We got to make it to the end first, and then we get down there at the end, and I knew it was going to kind of get wild again. I wish the caution wouldn't have come out. The one before the last one where my teammate Lindo spun in front of me. It was just an unfortunate circumstance, guys pushing hard with 2 to go, and he gassed a little hard, and that's racing. It happens. He was going for it. But the last restart, I wasn't quite sure what was going on with the 46 and the 3. I saw them making a little bit of contact. I knew they were going to be real racy. And when my goal was to shoot the Larson line coming out of 3 and 4 when I saw Lucas go to shoot the inside on the 46. And, like I say, I don't know what happened, who got into who on that instant, but I know it felt like I had turned the 3, but I know I looked it back, and there was a little contact beforehand. So makes me feel better, but I'm not, I'm not too excited about going to Bristol next week. I think it's going to be a nail biter the entire time. And I'm just, again, same as tonight, need to survive. Goal number 1, survive.
You survived yourself into a second place finish tonight. We'll see you in 7 nights at Bristol. Congratulations.
Right on, buddy. Appreciate it.
Fans at home, a controversial but entertaining chapter of ENEA Racing comes to a close. Thursday Night Thunder will not be, Thursday Night Thunder's not back. We're on a break now. The season concluded last Thursday, so we'll not be on this Thursday night. But do stay with us on Rick James TV. We're going to have a lot of content for you here in the TNT offseason, and the ARCS Race of Champions, the V8 Supercars, are coming to Rick James TV in 2 weeks' time. But next Monday night, Race 2 of these ENEA playoffs. We're going to see what happens. Until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all